Welcome. This is our daily reading for September 29th, 2016. Remember, it's a general reading, so see what feels right for you. See which signs, symbols, bells, whistles, messages, energies resonate for you and bring you clarity to what you're wondering, concerned, confused, inquiring, dreaming, and praying about. We are all children of God. We're all psychic. We're not all going through the same thing, so see what feels right to you. It could be one sign that brings you clarity. It could be the whole reading. It could make sense later. In the end, always use your logic and intuition together to make sound decisions that are based in love for the highest and greatest good of everyone involved in the situation and so on. So we are all uplifted in love. See how it feels for you. How you ride these energetic waves that come through here is always up to you. Is it your wave? Is it not your wave? Are you waiting for another wave? Preparing for the wave? Riding the wave? Crashing into the wave? Or ignoring the wave? It's always your choice in the end. Also, feel free to make this an interactive video with me if you want to pull some cards for yourself. And if you have time, be sure to check out the links I provide below. I find there's further signs and symbols that always relate to these readings and also show your love and support to the artists and musicians below. All right, so let's begin with the daily reading for September 29th, 2016. I'm going to start with the Handal Tarot. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, our higher self, angels, and energies of love have for the day, energies of the day, the highest, greatest good of all of us, how to ride these energies best, some basic wisdom, and clarity. Let's start with one card. The Fool. All right, today begins with a big old leap of faith. Not really seeing what's in front of you, just feeling that something's coming. You know, it's the Fool it's 0, so it's the first in the major arcana. It's almost like in between worlds still. It's the 0. I feel it's like that middle point on, like, I see like -1, -2, and then +1, +2, and it's the perfect balance. Everything is in your hands. Everything is accessible for you. It takes a leap of faith. It's almost like it takes that dive into the ether of this world for everything that is already planned on the other world to unfold. I hope that made sense. So I feel like it's a merge between worlds. It's that ether, that dream world, that spiritual world, and the tangible, real, knock on wood kind of world. So, I mean, it makes me think, it actually makes me think of like knocking on a table. And I know this sounds really weird, but when you look at a table, like really, 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 really close, you know, anything like this that seems like it's hard, the closer you look, the more empty it is. The more space there becomes, the closer we look. That is mind-boggling to me. So nothing is actually touching anything else. You know, it's before we get too mind-boggling in the beginning of this video. The Fool enters into that realm where it's just mind-boggling, but there's just complete faith. It's a leap of faith. It's knowing you're starting something brand spanking new. Right now, you don't see the whole picture of where you're going, but you still are connected to that other side, that behind the veil, that planning that you already had, those dreams that you've already had tapped into, the visits you've made in those dreamlands, in the ethers of the other worlds. And even though it's like, you know, you can almost like, it's like a essence, like you can just kind of go through it. It's almost like you're bringing that essence, that ether, those dreams, those thoughts, those visions into this world. It takes you stepping forward to make this happen. It takes you moving into something you don't understand completely to start the ball rolling. It takes you to start ringing your own bells. I see bells here for some reason. Maybe they're buttons, but I hear bells here, even though I don't hear any bells. I feel like there's bells ringing. Like, listen to the signs, listen to the symbols, listen to what calls you. Even if you don't understand why you're taking a turn down that street when you always have lunch this way. Just, if you're feeling an urge, you hear a bell, you see a symbol, you see a sign, and you're like, I'm going to take a different road today. I'm going to go that way. You never know what will happen. Maybe that's the day. This is the day to go down a different road, go down a different street, go down a different path. Take a leap today. Take a leap of faith. Trust that something you can't see is going to turn out magnificent for you if you let yourself go there, you know? It takes you stepping into it for it to happen. It can't stay into the dreamland, in the ether. It takes you knowing it's there and then moving towards it, even if you don't see it all at once. Maybe you'll just see like a hint of your dream. I feel like I see this big like goose. So maybe it'll be like a goose, like maybe a flock of geese in the sky in their V, a sign like that, a direction, what you were talking about. What else do I see in this? I see an open wound. I know that's really weird. I've never seen anything like that in the leap of, I almost said the leap of faith card, in the Fool card. But look, if you look at her finger, his finger here, it's pointing at this goose, and it's almost like there's a wound on your back. And you're pointing to that wound for some reason. You're helping heal the scar, heal that situation by doing something different, reaching out with compassion. Maybe that's your wound. Maybe it's helping you to fly. You're healing something up by taking a chance, by taking a leap, by reaching out. I feel like there's working together here for some reason. I feel like you're working with spirit here. Maybe you're healing something that happened in your spirit so you can fly free now, so you can do something different. That was a really weird thing to see in the Fool card. I don't think I've ever seen that before, but maybe there's healing involved in this leap of faith, in this taking a chance, in this stretching your wings. Maybe it's stretching your wings that's going to heal this wound. All right, I'm going to go to the Romance Angels Oracle, and let's get a card for the 29th. Further clarity on the Fool. I see Mars in this. I feel like you have to move. You have to do it. You have to hear the bell. You have to move with those bells. Maybe you're making those bells. Maybe you're the one ringing the bells. If that makes any sense to you. Maybe you're the one creating the signs. You're making it happen. You like being a part of it. I hear rhythm. Like a heartbeat rhythm. Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. So I feel like the Fool would probably not have a cell phone, would probably not have a TV, would probably not not know anything about politics, you know, society, rules, regulations. All of that is learned. So the Fool just has complete faith that he or she is where they need to be. So maybe it's retreating back a little bit into nature today. Maybe it's taking your honey, you know, your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, maybe just you, and retreating a little bit, going into nature, taking some time out if you can, taking a nap, even a 20-minute nap if you can. Maybe just, I see like two people in spoon position just falling asleep, taking a nap, you know? Sometimes you just have to turn off the TV, turn off that sound, the sounds, you know, the frequencies, the programming into our minds. And sometimes we just need to disconnect so we can reconnect to ourselves, to our higher selves, to our spiritual selves, you know, reconnect to the passions that actually fuel us. I feel like for some of you, this is like getting away, like you're actually escaping today with someone. Like you're turning off the TV and escaping by having a beautiful conversation that takes you somewhere else, or planning to go somewhere. Like, where would you go on vacation? Maybe you're talking about that today. Where would you go if you could just get out of here with someone right now? Wherever you are, you're not feeling like you want to be there. Who would you take with you if you could just grab them and say, we're out of here, let's go? Where would you go? What would you do? Maybe that's something to think about. Does that bring you excitement? Does it make you feel better? Make you feel a little more free? If it's something you can't do and you can't just take off and get out of Dodge kind of thing, maybe you need to plan it. Think about how you can take some time out, how you can retreat. Maybe it's retreating on a position. You know, this could be pushing something so much, wanting something so much that the door could be closed or not meant for you to go through right now. So if there's something not happening and you feel like you're trying to get through, maybe focus on where you are and see if that can bring you to a different place, bring you back a different direction. I feel like there's just rest here. Like going back to nature, having a picnic, like turning off your phone, having a real conversation. Just, I see like two people laying in the park and like just talking, and I can see somebody just like, just touching somebody, just feeling the other person's skin, like not sexual, just beautiful, just feeling it, feeling that moment, feeling that touch, maybe that energetic exchange. Maybe just something really simple today is going to make a big difference in our lives today. So maybe it takes a leap of faith to retreat. Maybe you've been pushing something, you want to be right about something, you want someone to see your side, you really want to be understood. Maybe it takes retreating for that to come about. I hope that made sense. I'm going to go to the Art of Life Tarot, and let's get another card on the Fool and retreating. I feel like it's going back to old dreams as well. Like, you know, things that really makes, I feel like they're like deep bells inside of you. I keep seeing these bells. Maybe they're wedding bells. Maybe you're thinking about getting married, or like a honeymoon, or when you got married, or if you want to get married, if you should get married, if you still want to be married, if you need to take a vacation, like with your honey, to remember why you got married, you know, just you and somebody else together here. I feel like there's remembering that goes on with energy exchange with that card. And I feel like a lot of the electronics are not involved in that energetic exchange. I feel like it's different energy. It's like chi energy. It's living energy. All right, let's get another card for the day. The Two of Cups. Definitely about you and the exchange, and you and somebody else, and that exchange of energy. The Two of Cups is love, abundant, unconditional, beautiful, big, bold, gushy love. It's the Two of Cups. It's two hearts that choose to be together, to work together, to grow together, to live together, to want to be together, to exchange their energies so they can eventually take one energetic field and another energetic field, and that two will eventually go into the three. And two different energies can create something new. But right now, this is just two energies deciding to ride along with each other, work with each other, date each other again. You know, go on a date like it was your first date, even if you've been together for 30 years. It's choosing something together. This could be even choosing to not be together. It's still an awesome card. Even in this situation, it shows there's real unconditional love between these two people. So it will work however this energy changes. These are two people that really love each other. You know, they're not trying to control each other. They support each other's dreams. They support each other's passions, and more dreams and more passions and more experiences are always being created with these two individuals. The Two of Cups is, well, let's see. The quote here is, I love you not only for what you are, but for what I am when I am with you. Elizabeth Barrett Browning. The Terrace at St. Adressy, detailed by Claude Monet, 1867. Metropolitan Museum of Art, USA. When I look at this card, besides like feeling the ocean and smelling the ocean in this card, I just smell salt water. It makes me feel energized and revived, and I feel like renewed. I feel like there's something beautiful in the salt water that just sort of renews your energy, like refreshes it. And I feel like there's generations in this particular card, like a young couple and an old couple. And this love survives, you know, any length of time. Time doesn't matter here. You know, even if this was the couple when they were together and they were young, and then they're not a couple anymore and their lives move apart, their love is so strong that even when they're old, they could still come back to the same spot, sit down and be like, do you remember when? Be like, yes, that was a long time ago. We've come a long way since then, baby. Or this could be that same couple and they're here talking about their dreams, how many children they want. Maybe they don't want any children at all and they're just going to travel. And that's good for this couple. You know, maybe they ran away from their homes and eloped. And now they're going to go back later and tell everyone, yeah, we kind of got married and we traveled the world. Hey, we're going to have a party now. Whatever is good for this couple is good for this couple. It's their choice. It's their dreams. It's their exchange. It's their choice to merge their energies together, to live however they want. It's always free in the Two of Cups. It's a freedom of choice, and it's usually two people choosing to do something together for the greatest love of everybody. It's usually a beautiful mirror, even when you see that weird mirror in the other person, how they smell, how they don't like to get up, and maybe they're a little cranky in the morning, but there's still always a mirror of love here exchanged. So this couple could be on their first date here and be like, can you imagine if in 50 years we were still together? We came back and sat here. Would we remember this moment? And maybe that's them 50 years later going back to where they are. Where are they? I don't think they're at the Metropolitan Museum of Art. So we're going to go with the south of France with this. So maybe they went back to the south of France, you know, and had that first moment again. The Two of Cups is a beautiful, beautiful card. It's two people that want to do something together because they want to. And then they'll figure it out as they go when they start creating something with the three. So maybe they're choosing to go away together. Maybe they're dreaming about a trip to the south of France or the ocean side or the beach. You know, what kind of vacations they would take in the next 50 years of their life. Where they're going to go today. Maybe they're just planning their lunch today. You know, and it starts with a lunch. And that's it. The rest comes as the experience comes. Since you have the Fool here. So maybe the rest is unknown. Completely unknown. You don't know what'll happen. You just know you need to start here. Perhaps just retreating with this other person for some reason. And then this journey seems a little less strange. A little less like of a leap of faith. It's a little more like a leap of faith you know you have to take. All right, I'm going to go to the Angels Tarot. Actually, the Archangel Power Tarot. And pull one more card for the day. Bring clarity to the Fool. The Two of Cups and retreat. Getting away. Six of Ariel. So, equality. Equal exchange. Equal give and take. Maybe this person wants to give just as much as you. You know? And is really excited about taking anything from you that you are willing to give. And vice versa. This is equality. The Six of Cups is restoring equality back into your world. It's also, why did I say the Six of Cups? Two of Cups and the Six of Ariel. So this is the Six of Earth, the Six of Pentacles, the Six of Coins. It's the six in the tarot that brings equality, balance in your tangible world, in what you feel, in what you do, and where you actually put your energy into. So maybe your energy is going a little bit into this. And that retreat into this other person, a little bit into love, you know, taking a little time. I feel like it's taking a little time out today to put a little love in your day. Whatever that is. It could just be a lunch. It could just be a nap. It could be making a phone call so you can get on board and start talking to that person you've been thinking about, so you can eventually start talking about that vacation in France. But it starts with something, and it brings you back into balance in your real world. So this is when it's sometimes like material things. So it could be about your job, about money, about just getting your finances, just getting things back on track. I feel like everything is coming back into balance today. Perhaps equally in your outside world as your inside world. Maybe it's starting on the heart, and that magnifies those weird situations. I feel like the heart and money don't always go along together, but they should. They should. You know, you should love what you do, and money and abundance should like be in tune with your heart and what you love and what you do and where your energy is going. So material needs get fulfilled in magical and unexpected ways. This is acts of kindness, giving or receiving with a grateful heart. I just see harvest. I see the light coming through the trees here. And I think of angles of light, angels of light, energies of light, energies of love. I think of like the apple core, and like how the center of the apple core is a little like a person, like the five, the head and the arms and the legs. That was sort of weird to think of, but I feel like all of these apples are falling on the floor. You know, it's time to go and to pick them up and put them on your scales and feel this value, feel this abundance, feel this harvest. You know, I feel like there's a little bit of work involved here, and you've been waiting for a while to do something. Perhaps the little bit of work comes in matters of the heart, even more so than physical work. But I feel like they mirror each other nicely somehow today. So perhaps there's somebody around you who's helping you feel a little more balanced, you know, a little more valuable. That's, I feel value here. So maybe there's somebody else who you feel just equal value around, equal exchange in your energy, and equal magic I hear in your passion. So maybe you're going to make some magic here, have some passion in your world, and I feel like it's a little bit of support. You know, it makes you feel like your roots are deep, your branches are big, you know, and you're bringing in abundance now. There's something coming back into our world. So open your arms for this abundance. Open your arms for equal exchange today. Somebody that wants to work with you too. All right, guys, I hope this is helpful. I'll see you soon. I love you. Bye.